All right, you can continue with the word of the Most High. When Ezekiel, the 14th chapter, verse 1. Then came certain of the elders of Israel unto me and sat before me. So the elders came to Ezekiel and sat before him. And the word of the Most High came unto me, saying, so the word of the Most High came to Ezekiel, saying, Son of man, these men have set up their idols in their heart. So these men have set up their idols in their own mind. Heart is the mind. And put the stumbling block of their iniquity before their face. Should I be inquired of at all by them? Should I listen to them? It's no different than when you look at the prophets or the preachers or the teachers, so-called I might say, set up their idols in these churches and so forth. Worship him on the first day of the week when you're supposed to honor the Most High on the Sabbath day. And even if they are honored on the seventh day, are they doing the things that's contrary to keeping the laws, statutes, commandments of the Most High on this holy Sabbath day? Yes, they are. They'll tell you in a minute. We ain't got to follow the law. They do that. Are they following the dietary law? You're keeping the Sabbath, but are you following the dietary law, the moral law, the civil law, the ceremonial laws? Feast of the Most High. They say, these are my feasts. This is my holy day. Are they doing that? No. That's what the Most High says. Should I be inquired of them? Should I listen to whatever they're saying? Therefore speak unto them and say unto them, Thus said the Most High Power, every man of the house of Israel that setteth up his idols in his heart, in his mind. Remember, the Most High said, don't bow down to them. But if in your mind, you got this in your mind, it ain't the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. We dealing with idolatry. He said, therefore, speaking to them and saying to them, the elders, thus, and had elders from each of the tribes of Israel. Thus said the Most High Power, every man of the house of Israel that setteth up his idols in his heart and putteth the stumbling block of his iniquity before his face, and cometh to the prophet, I, the Most High, will answer him that cometh according to the multitude of his idols. See, I'm going to answer you according to the multitude of your idols, that I may take the house of Israel in their own heart, because they are all estranged from me through their idols. What Moses said, leave you from alone. Leave him alone. He's dealing with idolatry. See, therefore say unto the house of Israel, thus said the Most High Power, repent and turn yourselves from your idols. I mean, look at the Catholic Church. You know, a lot of them northern tribes, they right up in there, coming from the Catholic Church, they all up in there. Got all kind of statues and all kind of things in there that they worship. Therefore say unto the house of Israel, thus say the Most High Power, repent and turn yourselves from your idols, and turn away your faces from all your abominations. For every one of the house of Israel, or of the strangers that journeyeth in Israel, was separating himself from me, and set up his idols in his heart, and put the stumbling block of his iniquity before his face, and cometh to a prophet to inquire of him concerning me, I, the Most High, will answer him by myself. Say, I don't need you. I don't need you, Ezekiel, to answer nothing for me. You say, I'm going to answer him myself. Let him hear my word. And I will set my face against that man, and will make him a sign and a proverb, and I will cut him off from the midst of my people. And ye shall know that I am the Most High. So you're going to cut him off from the midst of his people, and say, you're going to know that he is the Most High. And if the prophet, he deceived, excuse me, and the prophet be deceived when he has spoken a thing, and I, the Most High, have deceived that prophet, then you know the Most High will deceive him, because they bringing that evil to him. And if the prophet be deceived, when he has spoken a thing, and I the Most High have deceived that prophet, and I will stretch out my hand upon him, and will destroy him from the midst of my people Israel. Now you know, you want to do evil? Remember, the eyes of the Most High are 10,000 times brighter than the sun. So I'll destroy him out of the midst of my people Israel, and they shall bear the punishment of their iniquity. The punishment of that prophet shall be even as the punishment of him that seeketh unto him. You know, hey, y'all following these wicked preachers, teachers, whoever, your punishment will be just like his, because you're going to believe the same. That the house of Israel may go no more astray from me. So you're going to do this so you won't go astray from him. Neither be polluted anymore with all their transgressions. So I say your mind, your brain ain't no brainwashed. Stop saying that. Your mind is brain polluted. Like he said, he's going to pollute his inheritance. He gave us into the hands of Esau. He said, I polluted my inheritance by giving us into their hands. And we learn the pollutions of the Gentiles. Verse 11, that the house of Israel may go no more astray from me, neither be polluted anymore with all their transgressions, breaking the Most High's laws over and over again, to pollute ourselves. But that they may be my people, and I may be their power. Ain't nowhere in the world you're going to be the Most High's people and you doing whatever you want to do, how you want to do, your own way. We ain't none of the Most High's people. Okay, if you do call yourself an Israelite, it's all about doing, thus said the Most High. His rules and regulations. Hear what he says? That the house of Israel may go no more astray from me. That means we ain't going to break his laws, statutes, commandments. Neither be polluted anymore with all their transgressions. So to break the laws of the Most High make you polluted. Make you filthy, make nasty in the eyes of the Most High. But that they may be my people, and I may be their power, said the Most High power. That's how you become his people. By coming back to the Most High's laws, statutes, commandments, fearing him, crying unto him, having faith in him. Look at verse 16. Now let's keep on going. Verse 12. The word of the Most High came again to me, saying, Son of man, when the land sinneth against me by trespassing grievously. Now listen to this. Son of man, when the land sinneth against me by trespassing grievously, then will I stretch out mine hand upon it, and will break the staff of the bread thereof, the food, and will send famine upon it, food shortage upon it, and will cut off man and beast from it. So the land can't sin. It's the people that's on the land. We the children of Israel. He said, going to cut off from the land, man and beast from it. Kick us out the land. That's why it's desolate to this day. Though these three men, Noah, Daniel, and Job, were in it. Though Noah was in the land, Daniel was in the land, and Job was in the land, they should deliver but their own souls by their righteousness, said the Most High power. Man, I mean, that's clear. Most High told Moses, I'll make a nation out of you, Moses. He told John the Baptist, I'll raise up some stones to be my people. Look what he said. Though these three men, Noah, Daniel, and Job, were in it, were in the land of Israel, they should deliver but their own souls. They can only deliver their own bodies by their righteousness, by keeping the law, statute, commandments of the Most High. That's righteousness when you read Deuteronomy 6 and 25. Keeping the law, statute, commandments of the Most High. Said the Most High power. He said they only going to be saved by their righteousness. So don't let anybody tell you nothing different. If I cause noisome beasts to pass through the land, and they spoil it, so that it be desolate, that no man may pass through because of the beasts. See, I have noisome beasts. They run everybody up out of the land. Though these three men were in it. Who? Noah, Daniel, and Job. As I live, said the Most High Power, they shall deliver neither sons nor daughters. So I don't care if Noah or Daniel or Job have sons and daughters. They shall deliver neither sons nor daughters. They only shall be delivered, but the land shall be desolate. Ain't that what we've been hearing all night? So the land gonna be desolate. So they can't even deliver their sons or daughters. Only Noah, Daniel, and Job only can deliver their own souls through their righteousness. He made sure you understand that point. Keeping the law, statutes, commandments of the Most High. Verse 17, or if I bring a sword upon that land and say, sword, go through the land, so that I cut off man and beast from it. Though these three men, who? Noah, Daniel, and Job. Though these three men were in it, as I live, said the Most High Power, they shall deliver neither sons nor daughters, but they only shall be delivered themselves. Or if I send a pestilence into the land, starve everybody out, bring about diseases and so forth into the land, and pour out my fury upon it in blood, to cut off from it man and beast, though Noah, Daniel, and Job were in it, these three righteous men, as I live, said the Most High Power, they shall deliver neither son nor daughter. They shall but deliver their own souls by their righteousness. I got to get that for you, because just in case, I know Israel, y'all lazy. You know, y'all not going to go there on your own. Go to Deuteronomy 6:25. So you know what this righteousness is, without a shadow of a doubt. Deuteronomy 6:25. And it shall be our righteousness if, which is a condition, we observe to do all these commandments. If we observe to do all these commandments before the Most High our power, as he hath commanded us. That's the laws and his commandments. So going back to Ezekiel 14. In verse 20, though Noah, Daniel, and Job were in it, as I live, said the Most High, and he lived forever, they shall deliver neither son nor daughter. They shall but deliver their own souls by their righteousness. For thus said the Most High Power, how much more when I send my fourscore judgments, my four sore judgments, Salakia, 4 sore judgments upon Jerusalem, the sword and the famine and the noisome beast and the pestilence, to cut off from it man and beast. Yet, behold, therein shall be left a remnant. That's that 1/3, the 12 tribes of Israel, that same remnant that we read about in Revelations 12 and 17. There shall be left a remnant that shall be brought forth. both sons and daughters. Behold, they shall come forth unto you, and ye shall see their way and their doings, and ye shall be comforted concerning the evil that I have brought upon Jerusalem, even concerning all that I have brought upon it. And they shall comfort you when ye see their ways and their doings, and ye shall know that I have not done without cause all that I have done in it, said the Most High Power. See, that's why it tells you. Go back to Baruch, the 4th chapter. Most High is justified. He say all that he have done to us. That's why I say can't nobody lift themselves up thinking that they all that because of the fact that they have us. Baruch 4 and verse 4 is 6, excuse me. Baruch 4 and 6, it says, ye were sold to the nations not for your destruction, but because ye moved the Most High to wrath. You were delivered unto the enemies. For you provoked him that made you by sacrificing unto devils and not to the Most High. Ye have forgotten the everlasting power. We forgot the Most High that brought you up. And ye have grieved Jerusalem that nursed you. For when she saw the wrath of the Most High coming upon you, she said, hearken, listen. The Lamb was talking to her, say, listen, O ye that dwell about Zion, the Most High have brought upon me the land great mourning. For I saw the captivity of my sons and daughters, which the everlasting brought upon them. See. Verse 25 says, my children, suffer patiently the wrath that is come upon you from the Most High. For thine enemy have persecuted thee. And we see that over and over again every day. But shortly, hear this, Yasharallah, thou shalt see his destruction, and shall tread upon his neck. My delicate ones have gone rough ways. I could say, like what he said, he told you in Jeremiah 6:2, I have likened the daughter of Zion, who the 12 tribes of Israel, to a comely and delicate woman. So I say my delicate ones. So we've gone through rough ways. And were taken away as a flock, caught of the enemies. Be of good comfort, O my children. It's telling us. Be of good comfort, O my children. Ezekiel 15:23. And they shall comfort you when ye see their ways and their doings, and ye shall know that I have not done without cause all that I have done in it, said the Most High Power. That says. Baruch 4:27. Be of good comfort, O my children, and cry unto the Most High again and again and again. You want a solution? Let the land of Israel give us a solution. Say, cry unto the Most High, for ye shall be remembered of him that brought these things upon you. The Most High brought this upon us for not following his laws, statutes, and commandments, doing what he say do. For as it were your mind to go astray from the Most High, so being returned, seek him 10 times more. Got to seek the Most High 10 times more, Yasharallah. Don't look at somebody that just fell away. If we all take this upon ourselves to cry to the Most High and seek him 10 times more, the quicker we can get up out of here. Instead of looking at somebody else to do it, like we already got it together, we ain't got nothing together as we ought to. Better look at what it says and do it. Put yourself here. That's marvelous in the eyes of the Most High. All of us. But he that hath brought these plagues upon you shall bring you everlasting joy again with your salvation. It says, we read it in Luke 1:68-71. Salvation. Saved from our enemies from the hand of all that hate us. To receive power, rulership, and authority, which is salvation. Take a good heart. Take a good mind, O Jerusalem. For he that gave thee that name will comfort thee. Miserable are they that afflict thee, and rejoice at thy fall. See, you're going to let them know. They're going to be miserable. You're not going to be able to comfort them. No one. They rejoice at seeing us fall, knowing that we the chosen people of the Most High. Miserable are the cities which thy children serve. You're going to destroy them. Miserable is she that received thy sons. You know? Misery is coming to them. For as she rejoiced at thy ruin, and was glad of thy fall, so shall she be grieved for her own desolation. See? Our land is desolate now. She gonna be grieved for her own desolation. For I will take away the rejoicing of her great multitude, and her pride shall be turned into mourning. For fire shall come upon her from the everlasting. Fire gonna come from the Most High. Long to endure. And she shall be inhabited of devils for a great time. O Jerusalem, look about thee toward the east, and behold the joy that cometh unto thee from the Most High. Lo, thy sons come, whom thou sendest away. They come gathered together from the east to the west by the word of the Holy One, rejoicing in the glory of the Most High. That's why I say, when you look at, I don't know how you can read this Apocrypha and think it's not part of the Bible. They took it out because it's right to the point. Anyone have ears to hear, I know it cut you to the bone, or it made you feel good. Look, go to Obadiah. Obadiah 10. It says, for thy violence against thy brother Jacob, talking to the Edomites, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. Look, in the day that thou stoodest on the other side, he stood on the other side. In the day that the strangers carried away captive his forces, and foreigners entered into his gates, and cast lots upon Jerusalem, even thou was as one of them. It was like one of them. But thou shouldst not have looked on the day of thy brother in the day that he became a stranger. Neither shouldst thou have rejoiced over the children of Judah in the day of their destruction. Neither shouldst thou have spoken proudly in the day of distress. Thou shouldst not have entered into the gate of my people in the day of their calamity. Yeah. Thou shouldst not have looked on their affliction in the day of their calamity, nor have laid hands on their substance in the day of their calamity. Neither shouldst thou have stood in the crossway, stood in the way, and we trying to get away, to cut off those of his that did escape. Neither shouldst thou have delivered up those of his that did remain in the day of distress. Delivered us up. Here they are, snitched on us. Most High said they should have did this. For the day of the Most High is near upon all the heathen. as thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thine own head. See? For as ye have drunk upon my holy mountain, so shall all the heathen drink continually. Yeah, they shall drink, and they shall swallow down, and they shall be as though they had not been. Thus say the Most High. Shouldn't have did what you did. Look. That's what David said in Psalms 137. David said in Psalm 137, verse 7 to 9, he said, remember, O Most High, excuse me, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem. We just read about, the Most High told us, should have did this, should have did that, should have did this. So remember, O Most High, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof. What they do? First Ezra 4:45 in the Apocrypha. This is what they did. All the answers are here. In the past, the present, and the future. That's what they did. First Ezra 4:45. It says, thou also have vowed to build up the temple which the Edomites, so-called white people, burned when Jerusalem was made desolate by the Chaldees. Remember the strangers came into our gates? As we just read in Obadiah. So when they came and took us into captivity for 70 years, the Edomites burned down our temples. That's why the Most High, through the prophet and King David, is crying out in Psalms 137:7. Remember, O Most High, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof. They burned down our temples, and we just read about it. In First Ezra 4:45. O daughter of Babylon. So the children of Edom is considered the daughter of Babylon, who are to be destroyed. Remember, say you're gonna burn them up. Say you're gonna burn down their cities. They're gonna be desolate, just like they made us desolate. They're gonna be desolate. Happy shall it be that rewarded thee as thou hast served us. What goes around comes around. Happy shall it be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stones. Because that's what they did to our little ones. You can read a book called Destruction of the West Indies by Bartholomew de las Casas. Show you pictures in there. But they got us on the gallows and got fire underneath us. And then we're watching our babies being bashed against the stones. I mean, y'all know about gator bait. They took our little babies in slavery and put them in them cages and sent them out there to the water. And alligator come out and they hit him in the head with a sledgehammer. As the alligator got to put the rope around the baby, the alligator hit the chop on the baby, pull the alligator right in with that rope and hit it in the head with a sledgehammer. Called alligator bait. That's why David said this. He said, it's cold-blooded. David said in Psalms 139, he said, surely thou wilt slay. Let's go up a little bit. He said, surely thou wilt slay the wicked. Psalms 139:19. O Most High, depart from me, therefore, ye bloody men. For they speak against thee wickedly, and thy enemies take thy name in vain. Do not I hate them, O Most High, that hate thee? And am not I grieved with those that rise up against thee? I hate them with perfect hatred. I count them mine enemies. That's what he said. Look at Psalms 83rd chapter. You see who the enemies of the Most High are. Enemies of the Most High. Psalms 83. Keep not thou silence. Verse 1. O Most High, hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Most High. For lo, thine enemies make a turmoil. Think about, these are songs. These are songs that they singing. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, they make an uproar, and they riding, and they that hate thee have lifted up their head. The enemies of the Most High, and they that hate the Most High have lifted up their head. Who are they? Verse 6. The tabernacles of Edom. First one to name is the Edomites. That hate the Most High and are the enemies of the Most High. Are the enemies of the Most High and that hate the Most High. The tabernacles of Edom. That's why David's saying what he's saying. He said, I hate them with a perfect hatred, those that hate the Most High. You can't love him if you done painted him to be you, and you know the Most High have hair of pure wool. MASHAYACH say, you see me, Philip, you seen the Most High. That's what David said in Psalms 139 and 21. Do not I hate them, O Most High, that hate thee? And am not I grieved with those that rise up against thee? I hate them with perfect hatred. I count them mine enemies. That's what he said. Who are they? Verse 2 of Psalms 83rd chapter. For lo, thine enemies, Most High have enemies, make a tumult. And they that hate thee, hate the Most High, have lifted up the head. Who are they? Verse 6. Tabernacles of Edom, so-called white man, or people, and the Ishmaelites, the Arabs, and Moab, Chinese, and the Hagarenes. These are so-called Africans, Gebal, and Ammon, so-called Japanese, and Amalek, so-called Jewish people today. Philistines, Moabicans with the inhabitants of Tyre, Moabicans, Ashur, Assyrians, also is joined with them. See? That's what it is. It is what it is. So, there's a judgment. Like we got the judgment, they gonna get the judgment. Because they hate the Most High, they're the enemies of the Most High, as it is written. Gotta take it up with the Most High. Ezekiel 16 and 1. Ezekiel 16 and 1. All night we've been talking about our people, Yasharallah. And you see what's going to happen to the other nations. You can't stop it. Ezekiel 16 and 1. Again the word of the Most High came unto me, saying, Son of man, cause Jerusalem to know her abomination. Cause we, the children of Israel, to know how we have broken the laws of the Most High. We have transgressed his word. Know that you have committed abominations, filthy, wicked acts against the Most High. And say, thus said the Most High power unto Jerusalem, thy birth and thy nativity is of the land of Canaan. That's the land he gave us, land of Canaan. Thy father was an Amorite, and thy mother an Hittite. Woo, dang. Let us know what's Most High. You know why he's saying this, right? Y'all should know this. Y'all should know why he's saying this. Go to Deuteronomy 7. Deuteronomy 7. Go to Deuteronomy 7. Let's find out why. Deuteronomy 7 and 1. When the Most High thy power shall bring thee into the land whither thou goest to possess it, which is the land of Canaan, and have cast out many nations before thee, the Hittites and the Girgashites and the Amorites, that's one of the ones he said, and the Canaanites, and the other one that he said we mothers with the Amorite and the Canaanite right here, right? And the Perizzites and the Hivites and the Jebusites, 7 nations greater and mightier than thou. And when the Most High thy power shall deliver them before thee, thou shalt smite them. He said, kill them all. And utterly destroy them, that means kill them all. Thou shalt make no covenant, no contract, no agreement with them, nor show mercy unto them. Nobody get away. Neither shall thou make marriages with them. Thy daughter thou shalt not give unto his son, nor his daughter shalt thou take unto thy son. No interracial marriages. But they will turn away thy son from following me. Because all the nations' gods are idols. Psalm 96 and 5. That they may serve other gods. See? They may serve other idols. So will the anger of the Most High be kindled against you and destroy thee suddenly. But thus shalt thou deal with them. That's how he's told us to deal with them. Ye shall destroy their altars and break down their images and cut down their groves and burn their graven images with fire. Whatever they believe in, get rid of it. Burn it up. But thou art an holy people unto the Most High thy power. The Most High thy power hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth. That's how special the Most High looked at us, the children of Israel. The Most High did not set his love unto you, nor choose you, because ye were more in number than any people, for you were the fewest of all people. See, everybody had already been on in this earth, multiplying before we were a nation. So I said we're the few of all people. But because the Most High loved you, see, the Most High only loves. Find where the Most High say he loved all the enemies and the haters of the Most High we just read about in Psalms 83rd chapter. Any other nation besides the 12 tribes of Israel. See, but because the Most High loved you, and because he would keep the oath which he has sworn unto your fathers, have the Most High brought you out with a mighty hand. That mighty hand is a MASHAYACH Yahushua, the angel of the Most High, the spirit of the Most High, and redeemed you out of the house of bondmen from the hand of Pharaoh, king of Egypt. Know therefore that the Most High thy power he is the power, the faithful power, which keepeth covenant and mercy with them that love him and keep his commandments to 1,000 generations. Ooh. And repayeth them that hate him, as we just read. He repayeth them that hate him, the nations, not just individuals, nations are named in Psalms 83rd chapter. And repayeth them that hate him to their face. You ain't got to worry about where it's going to come from. He said he's going to repay you to your face. He said we repay them to their face, like he did us, to destroy them. He will not be slack to him that hateth him. He will repay him to his face. That's what he say he's going to do. Thou shalt therefore keep the commandments and the statutes and the judgments which I command thee this day to do them. Most High say, we do it, it'll be all right. But what do we do? Jeremiah 17. Go to Jeremiah 17. Verse 4. And thou, Jeremiah 17, and thou, even thyself, shall discontinue from thy inheritance that I gave thee. That's why the Most High say we are Amorite and a dang Hittite, a Canaanite. And thou, even thyself, even yourself, shall discontinue from thy inheritance that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not. For ye have kindled a fire in mine anger, which shall burn forever. See, that's to his chosen people who he say love. That's why he said, hey, he told us learn not to wear the heathen. What we do? We did exactly what he said not to do, following our own ways. That's why he said, dumb, man. I mean, we have opportunity now, and people still want to buck up and don't want to follow what the Most High say do. Dum da dum 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 da dum 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 dum. And Isaiah 1 and 3. See, the ox know of his owner, and the ass is master crib. But Israel does not know. My people does not consider Ah, sinful nation. Hear what he say? We're a sinful nation, a people laden with iniquity, a seed of evildoers. That's why he kicked us out the land. The land is desolate. A seed of evildoers. Children that are corrupters. They have forsaken the Most High. They have provoked the Holy One of Israel unto anger. They are gone away backwards. Man. That's how the Most High looking at us, man. And we can't see it because we too busy doing whatever we want to do. Following our own way. Which has been the most destructive thing that we ever could do. And ever have done. You see the results. People still don't want to believe. Still, go to Jeremiah the 8th chapter. Look at verse 1. At that time, said the Most High, they shall bring out the bones of the kings of Judah. This is just wickedness. And the bones of his princes, and the bones of the priests, and the bones of the prophets, and the bones of the inhabitants of Jerusalem out of their graves. And they shall spread them before the sun. The bones of those that had died. The kings, princes, and priests, and prophets, inhabitants of Jerusalem, and spread them before the sun and the moon and all the hosts of heaven whom they have loved. Remember the Most High said in Psalm 96:5, for all the gods of the nations are idols, but the Most High made the heavens. Here we are following the way of the heathen that worship the sun, the moon, and the heavens, the stars, and so forth. They're going to lay all these bones before what? The sun and the moon and all the host of heaven, whom they have loved, and whom they have served, and after whom they have walked, and whom they have sought, and whom they have worshipped. They shall not be gathered, nor be buried. They shall be for dung, doo-doo, upon the face of the earth. And death shall be chosen rather than life, by all the residue of them that remain of this evil family, which remain in all the places whither I have driven them, said the Most High Power of hosts. And you know Israel will be following everything of the heathen. The sun, the moon, the stars, you name it, the heavens. Moreover, thou shalt say unto them, thus said the Most High Power, shall they fall and not arise? Shall they turn away and not return? Say, shall we fall and not rise up? Shall he turn away and not return? Why then is this people of Jerusalem slidden back by a perpetual backsliding? They hold fast to deceit. They hold fast to the lies. 2/3 of our people going to be like that. Remember the dragon and the serpent opened their mouth with lies, with the flood of water? The lies. Our people grab the hold to it. They hold on to it as the truth. That's why it say. Why then is the people of Jerusalem, verse 5, slidden back by a perpetual backsliding? They hold fast deceit. They hold fast